last time on Island ADV.
So, what is Electric City? There is a community within this woods, deep in here. I'm interested to see if it's still even visible. I think we should gamble forward.
I'm all in, let's go.
Is this it? I think this is it. This is it. Welcome to the Electric City. So, the time has finally come to start heading towards our main objective, our primary mission for the trip, and that is to get to Shag Harbor and just see what we can see. It's the same kind of vibe as last time, Island Riders, when we were looking for the Witch of the Mall River. And just the fact that being there, to try to find some sort of epiphany, to try to come to some sort of conclusion, that's the goal, that's what I'm interested in. So we've spent pretty much half of our day busting trail, be it railbed or trying to twist our way down through to find Electric City up through that New France area. So now we're taking a chill, having a little bit of asphalt appreciation as we trek along the Evangeline Trail. And on this trail, our first waypoint's going to be Yarmouth. We're going to get in there, get supplies for camp, and then move on into Shag Harbor, and then we'll get right into the harbor itself. From there, it's going to be searching out a wild camp up inland from Shag Harbor. And I have a place that's picked out, and if it pans out, it should be pretty interesting to say the least. But I won't spoil it for you. I'll check in with you every once in a while before we head there. But once we do, I don't know, man, I'm expecting some pretty cool sights along this little run.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, try to reach for the city lines. This ain't where I belong. Ain't
much gravel on, right? Look at all that beautiful blue water. Amazing. So Island Riders, welcome to Cape Forchu and welcome to Yarmouth. Well, actually Yarmouth is way over there. It's just tiny right now. And we're going to head there pretty soon here now, because as we creep closer and closer down towards that coastline, we're getting closer and closer towards Shag Harbor. And the story of, you know, that UFO incident that happened out there on that blue water, farther out, much farther out. But as we get closer and closer to it, the story becomes a little bit more clear to me. As I'm riding, I'm thinking about it a lot, right? Because, you know, as I do this, you know, I ride and I think about what I want to say, what I want to talk about, you know, as far as telling the story goes. So I think about it kind of introspectively a little bit to kind of, you know, justify why I'm going there. You know, I'm always wanted to justify why I'm riding out on these trips. And when I think about it, the Shag Harbor UFO incident didn't really start as a UFO incident. It started as a recovery incident. Most people in Shag Harbor thought it wasn't a UFO that was the case, it was a downed airplane, and that people's lives were in danger. And it didn't take too long for that community to come together and pool whatever resources they had to get out there on that water, despite what they thought it was. And maybe people thought it was a UFO, and maybe people didn't. But all the same, they put that aside and they put the lives that they thought were at risk ahead of their own, and they moved out onto the water to do it. And it's that kind of cool community stuff that I'm seeing a lot on this trip, and I'm loving. You know, the trip down through the Evangeline Trail was just amazing. And it was great to see that Acadian community come to life a little bit more, and to see them thrive there. Anyway, the objective before we get back to Shag Harbor, though, is to get out onto Yarmouth and to get some supplies for camp, because that's going to be the next objective right away, is to find our wild camp. All right, folks, so if you can say anything about me, I'm consistent. I remember the last time we did a trip like this, we ended up trying to get to the main mission objective in one day, and it didn't pan out. And guess what? She sure as heck didn't pan out this time either. We started sizing up the time frames, the distances from Yarmouth, and basically compared that to the light that we had available, and it wasn't panning out, so we decided to push right to camp. Now the reason why primarily is because this is a shaky wild camp, so much so that I have a campground down the road as a backup. I don't have a reservation there, but I'm pretty sure if we go there and ask nicely, they'll find a nice little place for us to chill out, especially if I pay up front in cash. But this is Upper Clyde River, I believe is what it's called. I'm not 100% sure, but there's ATV sign in here from today, and I think it's a gypsum mine, so we'll have to see how she pans out. If it works great. If it doesn't, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But man, oh man, we got to get there. How you making out on this stuff?
Good. So far, no issues.
Right on. Got a little bit of water coming up. Right line's good. Big dips here. Oh, dirt bikes 2 times.
Nice.
3 times side by side. There we go.
Just zipping right along. On the plus side, that means if there is any no trespassing signs.
I don't think it's an issue. I think I have an idea. I think they're coming from the mine. Oh, she's soft here, man. Heads up.
Roger.
Man, that high light makes it hard to see, eh?
Yeah, no, I can't see.
Alright, here's the first pit. Yeah. Look at that mess.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. I'd say they definitely were fooling around in there.
I thought it was gypsum, but it just looks like a pit.
Yeah, it might just be pits. This might be where they get some sand.
There's a high berm there, and just a little soft coming around it though. Let me know if you run into trouble.
Will do.
I didn't get a hand signal from any of them though. I don't know if they're the only ones in or what.
I don't know, I didn't see them throw up anything, so who knows?
Should be. Yeah, we're still on target. Big dip here. Super close. Big whoop here. Water right side, left side, it's good.
See?
Oh man.
Another trail down to the left.
Did you see that? Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd it look?
Hard to tell. Went by too fast.
Seen something here to the right. Could be something owned too. Should be coming up to the next pit. I've seen this place before in a video or something. Oh well, we go around it. Alright, slower roll a little bit here. Want to push down into that section there. She's just really... This should be the spot. There's trail sign. There might be folks in here. I'm gonna push down.
You want me to follow?
Hang tight. This is it.
On my way.
Not very hammock conducive, I'm afraid. Early impressions?
It's gorgeous.
It is pretty cool.
In terms of camping, could probably make it work.
It's dense, eh?
Yeah. Fire pit over here.
We could have visitors.
Quite possible. Saturday night.
Yeah. Still walking it out a bit. I just want to see if there's a cabin or something in here.
I doubt there'll be anything. Well, might be that one with the dock, but what do you think?
I mean, I think it's it, but it's not pretty, that's for sure.
No, nothing compared to the first two.
So this one's a lot more wilder than the normal campsites we go to, and it was a tough call on this one. Usually, like when I get into a spot like this that I see has been heavily trafficked by folks, and we saw a lot of ATV sign, and we saw some side-by-sides, dirt biking and ATV coming out. It's a real tough call as to whether or not we're going to stay here. And this is the part of wild camping, I guess, if you want to call it, that gets kind of sketchy a little bit. But it's not too bad. I've been in scenarios before where I've been in a spot like this, and people have come into the site. And they've come to party, and all I do is I just offer them a beer, offer them a cigar, and party along with them. That's just the only way you can do it. you know, that's just the best way to make new friends. And that's usually what ends up happening. That's happened to us, I think, like 3 times now. But it's not too bad. This place, it's a little rough, you know, but that's the idea behind this type of camping. Anyway, I'm still upset that we didn't get to Shag Harbor, but I think we're going to make a play for it tomorrow morning. Until then, I think what we'll do is we'll set up, get some supper into us, and then go to ground. I'll probably catch you in the morning when it comes time for coffee to pack ourselves out of this place.